The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Zexthera's voice echoed through the crystalline dome. Representatives from 47 species sat in their designated alcoves, their various forms of respiration creating a symphony of alien sounds that had become background noise over the decades of interstellar diplomacy. The humans have been silent for 72 standard cycles. Zexthera continued, her chitinous mandibles clicking with each syllable. Not a single transmission from their home system. No trade vessels, no diplomatic correspondence, nothing. Admiral Corvex of the Hegemony Defense Fleet leaned forward in his gravity-dampened chair, his 6 eyes focusing on the holographic display showing Earth's solar system. Perhaps they finally realized their place in the galaxy, he rumbled, his voice carrying the weight of countless conquered worlds. A young species, barely 3 centuries into space travel, thinking they could negotiate as equals with civilizations, millions of years their senior. The Vorthon representative, a being of pure energy contained within a crystalline matrix, pulsed with what others had learned to interpret as amusement. The humans were peculiar. Their delegation refused our generous offer to become a protectorate. They insisted on maintaining their independence despite controlling only one star system. Zexthera's compound eyes reflected the chamber's bioluminescent lighting. The ultimatum was clear: submit to Galactic Council oversight or face economic isolation. They chose silence. Perhaps we should send a fleet to investigate, suggested the Krolex war chief, his massive form dwarfing even the oversized furniture designed to accommodate various species. If they're planning something foolish, it's better to end it quickly. Admiral Corvex's tactical display materialized before him, showing fleet positions throughout the galaxy. The 3rd battle group is conducting exercises near the Sol system. I could redirect them for a reconnaissance mission. The debate continued for hours, as it often did in the Council. Some species argued for patience, others for immediate action. The humans had been quiet for too long, and in a galaxy where communication traveled faster than light, silence was ominous. 3 days later, the 3rd battle group emerged from hyperspace at the edge of the Sol system. Admiral Corvex commanded from the bridge of the Sovereign's Will, a dreadnought-class vessel that had participated in the subjugation of 12 worlds. Around him, 47 ships of various classes spread into attack formation, a show of overwhelming force that had convinced dozens of species to capitulate without firing a shot. Long-range sensors are detecting minimal activity, reported his sensor officer, a spider-like arachnoid whose species had joined the hegemony after their homeworld was glassed. No defense platforms, no patrol fleets. Earth appears to be undefended. Corvex felt a familiar stirring of predatory satisfaction. Open a channel to Earth. Full-spectrum broadcast. Static filled the bridge for several moments before a human voice responded. Calm, measured, almost casual. This is Earth Defense Command. You are Admiral Corvex of the Hegemony 3rd Battle Group. We've been expecting you. I am Admiral Corvex, he replied, his voice carrying the authority of the galaxy's most powerful military force. By order of the Galactic Council, you will submit to inspection and prepare for the establishment of a council oversight facility on your homeworld. The response came without hesitation. Negative, Admiral. Earth remains an independent system. You are advised to withdraw your fleet beyond the heliopause. Corvex's mandibles spread in what his species considered a smile. You have 47 ships in your system, human. I detect no significant defense force. Will you sacrifice your world for pride? Admiral, the human voice continued, still unnervingly calm. We have 1 ship. The tactical display showed it then, a single vessel emerging from behind Earth's moon. It was elegant in its simplicity, roughly the size of a hegemony cruiser, but its design was unlike anything in the galactic databases. The hull seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it, and energy readings were impossible. Sir, whispered his sensor officer, I'm reading power signatures that don't match any known technology. The vessel appears to be generating energy, equivalent to a small star. Corvex studied the lone ship approaching his fleet. 1 vessel against 47. Human, You will stand down immediately, or, Admiral, the voice interrupted, you asked for proof of human resolve. We've spent 72 cycles preparing our answer. This ship represents everything we've learned, everything we've built, and everything we're willing to sacrifice for our independence. The human vessel stopped exactly 1 light minute from the fleet's position. Corvex could see his officers, exchanging uncertain glances. In his 30 years of command, he had never encountered a species that would face such odds with apparent confidence. This is your final warning, Corvex transmitted. Surrender or face the consequences. The response came not in words but in action. The human ship simply moved. One moment it was a light minute away, the next it was positioned directly between 2 of his battleships. Space itself seemed to bend around the vessel as reality struggled to accommodate its presence. Impossible, breathed his navigation officer. No ship can manipulate space-time like that. The energy requirements alone. You want to know our resolve, Admiral? The human voice cut through the bridge chatter. We spent 72 cycles in silence, not in fear, but in preparation. Every human contributed to this moment. Every resource, every discovery, every innovation, all focused on a single purpose. Corvex watched in growing alarm as his targeting systems failed to lock onto the human vessel. It existed in multiple positions simultaneously, phasing in and out of conventional spacetime. We could have built 1,000 ships, the voice continued. We chose to build one perfect ship. We could have militarized our entire civilization. We chose to militarize our will itself. The human vessel suddenly appeared directly in front of the Sovereign's will, close enough that Corvex could see his own reflection in its impossible hull. Every weapon system on his dreadnought locked onto the target, but his finger hesitated over the firing command. Withdraw your fleet, Admiral. This is humanity's answer to your ultimatum. We will not submit, we will not compromise, and we will not be silent again. For the first time in his career, Admiral Corvex felt something he had never experienced. In battle, uncertainty. This wasn't bravado or desperation. This was something else entirely, a quiet confidence that spoke of absolute conviction. Sir, his communications officer reported, the other ship captains are requesting orders. Corvex stared at the human vessel, its impossible presence a testament to what a species could accomplish when every individual shared the same unshakable resolve. They had answered the galaxy's challenge not with words or weapons, but with proof. Proof that some things were worth any sacrifice. Signal the fleet, he said quietly. We're withdrawing to the heliopause. As the third battle group retreated, the lone human ship remained stationary, a silent guardian that had spoken volumes about the nature of human determination. The galaxy had wanted proof of human resolve. They had received their answer.